craft is a nice bling floral arrangement using Dollar Tree mirrors, bling, and then some flowers from Dollar Tree and the dollar section at Michael's. For this craft project, you're going to need some bling embellishment. I buy mine by bulk on Amazon. I know they sell it at Dollar Tree, but I bought like 5 yards, so I have like a ton of it. So I just took a piece of it. You need some of these, they call them the candle glass, the mirrored 5-inch mirrored candle holders, and 2 of these floral foam squares, and then your glue gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a flower base to hold a floral display. And I think I'm going to do 2 wide and then just 1 this way, 2 wide that way, and then 1 that way. So we'll need 6 total. So we're going to try this out and see how it works. And then for the next step of the craft, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out whatever floral arrangements I have and see what I want to do with. This one is going to be spring and Easter related. So I found if you use this piece of white foam board that you get at Dollar Tree and just cut out a piece that's wide enough to fit the 2 squares like this, then you could just go ahead and glue the 2 here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and use the first one I cut out as a template, trace the next piece on the foam board, and cut it out with my little X-Acto knife that I got from the Dollar Tree. And then you just bend it a little and score it, and it cuts real easy. It's great to work with this foam board, and it's $1, and you get tons of projects out of it. Now I'm going to take 1 single square and just cut it out. And I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to make 2 of them for the sides, and I'm just going to cut them out and make everything even along the edge. And you want to come in just a smidgen, like 1/4 of an inch on each side. So when you go to attach them, you have like a little indentation groove for each piece to line up, so you have less of a thick seam. So that's just a tip I want to tell you. That I forget to mention as I'm assembling it, or I might mention it as I assemble it, but I just wanted to tell you to come in like 1/4 of an inch less the size of your mirrored square to allow for you to go ahead and butt them up when you're assembling all 4 sides to get closer together. So it's kind of like tongue and groove, if you know what I'm saying, with furniture, with the foam board. On this first section, I decided to put the glue right onto the foam board and then attach each mirror. I tried to make sure the labels were facing the same direction to make sure that the mirrored plates were the exact way. Because some of them, if you look, the sizing could be slightly off, but mine were pretty much spot on. But I did hear other YouTubers complain that some of the boards were slightly off. So I just went ahead and glued the foam board, and then I'm just going to line it up and press down and try to leave 1/4 of an inch spacing on each side, like so. So now that the front panel is done, I'm going to go ahead and press it down firmly, put it away on the side of my desk to let it dry, and I'm going to go ahead and do this second one. Now this one I decided to put the glue right on the actual mirrored square and then down on the foam board. It's up to you how you want to do it. I tried to see which way I like it best. I think this way was a little bit better. And then I went ahead and did the 2 side panels and unwrapped the foam. And now I'm going to start to assemble it. So as you can see, here's where I'm saying like that little groove, you see? So if you left that little 1/4 of an inch, now it will align up really good. You're going to go ahead and glue it. And don't worry if it's a little bit of more of a gap than what you thought, because you're going to cover it up with your bling. The only suggestion I make is that you go pretty fast because the hot glue dries pretty quickly. So you have to kind of just be fast. And of course, I always run out of glue. This project seemed to eat up my glue like really fast. Add some more support. You're going to put some more glue down the center of it. Just for some extra glue. Okay, so I glued these 3 sides, and I just went and trimmed a little bit of the styrofoam board away so that when I line it up here, it kind of has like a little groove then to fit in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 of these up the same length, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim off the edges. Glue gun, put a bead of glue. You got to work fast too because it dries, so I'm going to start adding the bling. We'll get rid of all these glue strings when we're done. We'll do the next to burn yourself. Beads. Get my ruler. And like that. If you missed a spot and you need more glue, just go ahead and put it, and we'll clean up the glue globs when we're done. I usually keep these little tweezers, and then when I'm done I go back and pull off the glue globs. So that's pretty much it. And then we could also, if we want to, we could add bling, a wide thing of bling down the middle, which I may do. Pretty. I'm not going to worry about the top because once I fill in all the flowers, you're not even going to see the top. So I hate styrofoam. The noise it makes drives me crazy. So anyway, we'll go ahead and drop these 2 squares in, and now I'm going to go pick out my flowers and see what I'm going to put in here. Okay, so I think I'm going to work with some of these flowers that I picked. And I'm kind of the type of person that has to like play around with it. So I may start with one, like these are the just basic bushes from Ashland, from Michael's, and some of them are from Dollar Tree. So like this is Michael's. And then these are Dollar Tree, and these are cherry blossoms. So I think I'm going to go ahead and clip all the tags off, and then I'm going to start playing around with how I want to do it. But I may like start with like something like this in the center and then add some picks. So it's kind of like, that's how I work. But anyway, I think I'm going to glue these 2 together to make one solid block for the center, because if I need any flowers, I'll try to show you with the camera. If I need any flowers over here on the end, I could always cut them and put them in on an angle. So I'm going to go ahead and play with some of this, and then I'll show you as I'm getting started what I did, and then I'll keep coming back to the video. Okay, so this is what I've come up with so far. I'm just putting the cherry blossoms in. I put the whole branch in, and then I put this big gladiola one in. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is take my little wire cutters and take each branch of the flower, and I actually snip them. I snip them at the bottom, and then like a real florist, I go in and place them where I want. So I find it better to cut them all up and have individual pieces, because then I move this up and down where I want it to start filling in there. And then I could always add some kind of decorative stone of greenery to fill in the bottom. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to clip these up, and then I'm going to show you how I just play around and fill it all in. Wire cutters here. And then I just go ahead and snip, snip the whole way. And then I just throw this out. And this way, as I'm playing around, I could just grab whatever color flower I want and add it. You could use a scissor if you don't have it, but they also sell a smaller one of these in Dollar Tree. It's worth it because you could just sit here and snip it and it just goes so much quicker. Fill in like the greenery down here. You know, you have the leaf to play with. So I'll just go around and I start adding them. So as you could see, on this side, I've already made like a nice little border, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other side. This is what I've come up with. I think it looks pretty good so far. I may go ahead and just play around with it a little to see how I want like this big one to sit, but pretty much that's the way I think it's gonna look. So here's the finished product. I think it looks really good. I went around and just played around with it a little more, and I moved the flowers around till I find the right position of the way I like it. And I think I'm going to incorporate this into my spring Easter decor, and then I can leave it out right well into the summer. It's that pretty, and the colors. I didn't put anything specifically Easter in it, so it can definitely go right into spring or even summer. So I hope you enjoyed this project. It did not cost much to make. I hope this inspires you to whip out your glue gun and your flowers and rhinestone bling and create something extra special to match your decor. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love, peace, and blessings. Bye.